Hi, beautiful souls. Welcome to my channel. Welcome to my space. If you're returning, thank you so much for coming back. If you're brand new, thank you for coming for the first time. I hope that you love it enough to stay. Today, we're talking about the 6/6 portal because it is the 6th of June, and that makes today very special. And it also makes the next few days very special. So let's get into a little bit of what these energies are going to be like because I want you to be prepared. I want you to know, I want you to be able to get the fullest and the most out of this exciting time. So today, what's happening is that we're stepping into an energetic, I can talk, I promise, an energetic gateway. What does that mean? It's basically a new frequency. So it's a frequency of harmony, alignment, and divine like recalibration. So it basically means we are trying to tune to a new vibration. Um, and recalibrate means kind of like a return to, right? So we're returning to a frequency that we used to exist in, our true frequency, a frequency that we um, have been longing for, that we have missed because we've known it before. Even if it hasn't been in this lifetime, we will recognize it will be recognizable. Okay. So that's something that I really want to point out. It'll be recognizable because this is a recalibration we are returning to. We have been attuned to this frequency before. Our souls will know it and we will feel it when we recalibrate. We will feel more at home in ourselves, in our spirit, in our bodies, and all the things. Okay. It's going to be beautiful. So, this has been so with that type of energy workflow, it kind of comes with some symptoms, um, if you want to call it that, or experiences, if you want to call it that, whatever word you resonate with the most. So, you might be feeling things happening in your body and your spirit, um, shifts, upgrades. So, one thing that's been happening for me a lot is I'm dreaming. My dreamscape, my dream realm is insane. And I will have these insane dreams, and they're just so complex. It's like cinematic, and it's like story after story after story after story. And a lot of them have been about, I had one dream the other night that was about a traumatic experience that I had as a child where I went on a roller coaster and the seatbelt, they put the seatbelt in, and then they put like the thing that clanks down, like the bigger kind of like safeguard or whatever it is, didn't click. Okay, so it was like loose. And I couldn't get the attention of the person that was running the roller coaster. And they started the roller coaster and I could not, I knew that I wasn't secure and safe. And then so I was getting thrown around, banged around, had bruises on both of my upper arms. Um, It was really terrifying. I thought I was going to die, but it was one of those things that as a child, like I just kind of didn't understand the severity of. Like it was scary, but I didn't get it from the perspective that I get it from now, I guess, as a mother myself. And so I had a dream of that experience, but it happening like with me and my child. And then it was like, oh, I kind of like really fully understood the levity of what I had experienced. So those type of dreams that like resurfacing things that are very unconscious that you like, I would have never even known I needed to face that. That would have not, if my therapist would have told me to write a list of all the traumatic experiences that have happened in my life that I needed to um deal with, or work through, I would have never put that on the list. But this portal is bringing out those things that like we don't even know we need to work on. So that's what's really cool about it too, because I didn't know I needed to face that. I didn't know that that had affected me or that it was stored in my body, right? And that's another thing about this portal is that it's very visceral, it's very physical, and it's pulling out of our physical bodies where those traumas have been stored. Okay. So it's a divine recalibration. So if you've been feeling things like that, um, and where, so it's these big shifts and these big upgrades, and that's not imaginary. I want to validate your experience on that. Because like every day that I've woken up every day for the past few days. I've been very, very tired. And I've woken up every day from sleeping like, whoa, I feel different. Whoa, that was a wild experience. Wow, it felt like an upgrade. It felt like I'm changing and like I'm feeling different. I don't know any other way to describe it. But like I woke up different. I woke up brand new. You know what I mean? So, and maybe not brand new, but I woke up changed. I woke up changed. I woke up different. Right. So you might be having some kind of experience that's similar to that. Um, you might be feeling a pull towards, sorry, I got distracted. You might be feeling a pull towards your higher path. So really, like the things that are not in alignment with your highest and best path are starting to feel maybe like intolerable, or there's certain things that I just like used to care a lot about and like now I just could care less. If that makes it. So, food is one big shift for me right now. Um, being a foodie or like eating certain things, for like the pleasure and the experience of eating has been something that, has always kind of been part of my identity. And I don't even care. I don't care. I want nourishing foods. I want foods filling, that are supporting my spiritual development and my resonance rather than foods that are, just a pleasurable experience. That could be something, but like that's just an example, right? So things that of your old vibration, you just suddenly kind of feel like you don't care for it anymore. You don't have a taste for it anymore. What's the card in the tarot where it's like you've lost your taste for wine sort of vibe, right? It's like, oh, these vices or um, earthly things, worldly things that you used to care a lot about or used to be very drawn towards just have completely lost their luster when it comes to you experiencing them, or you're trying to utilize the same kind of coping mechanisms or experiences things that you used to do, maybe certain types of TV shows, maybe certain types of um, content on social media that used to be really enjoyable is now just like that's not enjoyable, and you're seeking higher vibratory things because you're for spiritual sustenance. And one example of that for me is just, this. I'm watching certain TV shows that I used to find very enjoyable, and then now I'm like binging Gaia and just like wanting to. If you don't know Gaia TV, oh Gaia, it's awesome. So I'm just like binging Gaia and definitely seeking just much more elevated content. Um, what else? It's amplifying our intuition, our manifestation abilities, and our clarity. We're getting clarity on a soul level. So, sudden understandings, that clear cognizance, that ability for clear cognizance, right? It's just kind of activated more so. So, we are having, I want to call them like mini awakenings, um, spiritual awakening, epiphanies maybe, but they feel more like mini awakening where I'm understanding things that I didn't understand, and all of a sudden, right? Boom, I have a knowing. Boom, I have a knowing. Boom, I have a knowing. One after another. Sudden knowings of things that you did not have a deep knowing about prior to this portal activation period. And that's so if you're feeling like you're just Overloaded with knowledge. I don't know. Wait, I don't want to say overloaded because it doesn't feel like an overload. It just feels like a kind of a shock and awe feeling like, wow, wow, I know that now. Wow, I know that now. That's sort of like how I'm experiencing it. It could be an overload for you. I don't know. That's I've been experiencing it as a calm, uh, res, as a calm receiving of knowledge. It has not felt overpowering for me. But that's my personal experience. What is going to happen on the collective is knowings, right? Awakening to knowledge that you did not have prior. Okay. And then you might be seeing that like I think it becomes that things that you might have had to work harder for, like let's just say like you're like, oh man, I really wish that I would meet like a couple new friends that I could do. I've always done this certain activity by myself, but really wish I had like some friends that would do like they're popping into your life instead of it being something you have to work really hard for. Or let's say you need money and you're like, oh, I could really use like, oh, I could really use like this amount of money, and then like boom, suddenly you get like that amount of money. Like the things that you think are just coming into reality much more easily. Um, and there could, yes, there could be like human, actionable steps behind these manifestations, but they're just they're it's an easy pathway towards it instead of like a grinding hustle sort of work um vibe. Okay. And just amplifying that intuition. And I feel like it's all not just amplifying the intuition, but your trust level when it comes to your intuition is deepening. So when you're having these intuitive experiences and these intuitive knowings, you're following them. Like, whereas maybe in the past you'd be like, oh, yeah, but I mean, I feel in my gut like this is the way, but like logically, I'm doing that. Instead, you're going, I feel in my gut that this is the way. I'm doing this. I'm feeling like it's like intuition locked in. Like it's the doubt and the internal battle around intuition is changing. So let's talk about the number six and why this even matters as a portal. So the number six represents balance. It represents love. It represents healing. It represents restoring what feels out of alignment. Okay. So that could be sort of a coaching challenge for you guys if you want to make this actionable. I'm very big on getting you a little handy dandy, oh well, however you can see it, handy dandy notebook from the Dollar Tree that you use for Rachel stuff that I tell you to do, and just keep it somewhere. It doesn't have to be anything crazy. A composition notebook, right? Because I'm going to tell you to do things, and if you actually do them, you'll get more out of this. And this is free. Obviously it's on the internet, it's free on YouTube and stuff like that. So um, take advantage of that. Receive your free goodies right when I give them out. So the a coaching challenge around this could be to write down everything that feels out of alignment right now. Um, Picking things over here too. Um, what was I talking about? Out of alignment. Okay, so write down every single thing that feels out of alignment right now. And when I say out of alignment, just think perfect life. Um, what would make me feel happy, content, at ease? So positive feelings, calm feelings, that sort of thing. And then anything that would bring me. Do you know the like a is it Abraham Hicks that has the vibrational guidance scale where like these certain feelings are higher vibratory feelings? Well, we could at least do, you should look that up. I don't I don't have time, nor do I want to like put somebody else's work out there. but it's out there. It's called the emotional guidance scale. But there's love is a high frequency. So we can at least do like love versus fear. Anything that is putting me in fear is going to put me out of alignment. Anything that's putting me in the energy of love is going to put me into alignment. But think of like the highest vibrational feeling. When I do this work for myself, mine is bliss. Bliss, okay, is my high vibrational energy that I am like, does this feel blissful? Does this feel peaceful and blissful? And I want to feel blissful. So that's my high vibrational feeling that I try to ask myself, is this in alignment with that? Um, and then find a feeling word that is the thing that you do not want to feel anymore. And that is going to be linked to the vibration that you want to let go of. And so any like um burnout is one for me. Heavy and powerless are a few for me. If they make me feel like that, not no. If it makes me feel blissful, peaceful, loving, um, content, those sort of things, right? Okay. So you get what I'm saying. So pick your feeling words that are high vibrational feeling words and or in alignment feeling words and out of alignment feeling words. And we're going to write down all of the things that are in the out of alignment feelings that we want to let go of and do a little ceremony around it. Light it on fire, say bye to it, say a prayer about it, say, help me release this, let this go. Um, and then write down all the things that you feel like would help support you in coming into the alignment feelings. And then let's keep that. Let's do something cute with it. Make it into a little dream board. I like to use Canva anymore. Like I used to do like sitting and cutting things out and like putting them on a thing. But I like to just use Canva and I'll make it digital. You can even like tell your AI all the things that are on that list and say, make me a dream board and then print it out. I'm telling you, it doesn't have to be hard. Okay. Um, but to something that represents that, or just the list of the words is fine. Hang it on your wall and look at it every day. Upon awakening, before you go to sleep, just keep that in your consciousness, okay? Floating around so that you can embody those feelings. But something ceremonial to let go of the old and keeping that other to integrate the new. Okay. So there's a duplication energy with the 6-6 portal. So it's taking all of these energies that are beautiful, like this balance, this love, this healing, this restoration, and we're doubling it. So it's like it's a more, that's why it's a portal, because it's a more powerful time to align with the types of energies that you want to align with. It's a master frequency and it helps you release old timelines and call in the reality that you're truly meant to live. So don't we all want to do that? Yeah. So see how like, I had that dream with the roller coaster. It was like, didn't even know that that was something I needed to let go of. Um, and it was also connected to a ton of other sort of healing themes and things in my life, timelines and things in my life that um, I needed to let go of. So that was a powerful release because what what's happening more than us reaching for a higher vibration is us releasing these denser energies so that we can naturally be lighter. Okay. It's like if a balloon was tied to a brick, it's not going to go very far, right? It's going to stay attached to that brick. But if I untie the balloon from the brick and I drop the brick and then I let the balloon go, the balloon can float up to a very high place right in the sky. We'll watch it just float up naturally. That's what it's going to do. That's what I see us being like right now. It's the visual that I'm getting, like we are the balloons and we have just been tied down to bricks and we're just letting ourselves get rid of the bricks. Okay, so each one of these dense energies and old timeline frequencies and things, we're just letting them go so that we can naturally be the lightness that already is. And that's why it's like this, what did I say, like recalibration. So we're returning back to the original state, which is the balloon that was never tied to the bricks, right? We were not meant to be tied down to all of these dense energies. We're balloons today. I know that's everybody write in the comments, I'm a balloon. Hi, I'm a balloon. Let's just claim that. I'm a balloon. I'm light as a balloon. Um, why it comes to it, things just come to me in silly visuals like that. It just helps us understand like these weird etheric, like metaphysical topics a little easier when there's like an image, I think. So that's how it comes to me. It is what it is. So be a balloon today, drop the bricks. Um, and that's going to help you kind of move into this reality that you're truly meant to live because it will be one of a high frequency. Okay, what's next on our list? Today is the perfect day to set intentions, to speak your desires out loud and reconnect with your inner guidance. So that's why I really wanted to encourage you guys to do that coaching exercise. But we can use other things. And I really want you to just kind of be conscious of this as you move through the next few days because it's opening today, but it's gonna be the energy is gonna support this for a few days. So as you move through the next few days, just be conscientious and keep in the back of your mind like that list of words. Speak them. Just read it like out loud to yourself. Put it on your phone on the background of your phone so that you see it when you open your phone. Things like that that can support you. Um, ask yourself, what am I ready to release? What am I ready to receive? What version of me am I stepping into? Um, and and so we have that list of the alignment feeling words. So that's the feeling state. But what does that look like? So actually moving into a place where we map out more of what that looks like tangibly. Um, so for me, like blissful, I think nature, right? I'm thinking woods, I'm thinking deer all around me, right? Those are things that come up for me when I think of blissful. But if I, whatever your high vibrational words are, your in alignment words are, you might think of different scenery. You might say, that means the beach. You know, that means um, the city. You might love the city. I hate being in the city, but for you, your your high feel your alignment feeling word might be connection and fun and whatever, and that means being in the city. That's not what mine is going to be. They're going to be different things and they're going to look different. They're going to show up different for us tangibly when we're manifesting these things to the world. So take that to the next level if you would like, right? Um, actually write out like what does this look like for me? What would the environment around me look like? And what would I look like? What would I look like physically? What would I act like? How would I walk different, talk different, think different? What shifts would represent me being in these energies, right? So let's take my bliss, for example. If bliss for me is the woods, that might look like me being in um, yoga pants and hiking boots and right, the things that I'm wearing in these images might be different. The location that I'm in might be different. Um, and if for you, say you live in the country and you hate it and you need to go to the city because you want the connection, the liveliness, and all of that. So, what kind of clothes would you be wearing? What kind of style would you have your hair? Things like that will help us pull that future version of us into reality. How you would talk, how you would represent yourself, how you would introduce yourself to somebody new. Um, so just go into meditation and close your eyes and say, and feel into that after reading your list of feeling states. And then And then ask yourself, what does that look like? Okay, that's the version of you that you're stepping into. And what description words, right, would you use to describe that person? Describe that person. Powerful, confident, um, healthy, right? What words would you use to describe that future version of yourself? And start speaking those things over the self that you already are right now. Next, we're going to use this energy to ground, to journal, to meditate, right? We're going to breathe a lot. The breathing is going to help us integrate these new energies, slow down, so and allow these things and these experiences to happen to you. Um, Everything's wide open. So it's like this limitless possibilities kind of vibe, and I don't want you to miss out on that um, because you were too busy or let it fly by. And I feel like things are going to happen naturally, but we can be in a receptive state to where we can get the most out of this. And that's all of that's why I love to do portal videos because we can everybody's going to be affected, okay, but you can be affected this much or you can be affected this much, right? um there's this limitless well, and I can have take a cup and be like, okay, I got mine from the 6 portal, or you can go get buckets and buckets and buckets and buckets and buckets and fill up a pool over at your house, right, full of this energy. Okay, so go get it. It's limitless. We don't have to be in a scarcity mentality around the energy that's coming in right now. You can be in an abundance mindset, in a wealth mindset when it comes to these energies, because there's enough, more than enough for you and for everybody else. It's wide open. And then, you know, if you're watching this today, there's a reason. I don't believe in coincidences. I believe that the people that align with my videos, especially on YouTube, because obviously, like, if you look at like it's not like an algorithm based channel, like you have to kind of get in alignment with this somehow. Type in the right words and things like that when you're looking stuff up. Like people find me in the funniest ways, and it's not because I'm paying a bunch of money to market and like get this stuff out there or say clickbaity stuff to get the algorithm to put it out there. Typically, people find me because they're meant to. So I do always like to say that if you're watching this message is meant for you, and you are one of those people that will be able to benefit from this portal to the maximum by utilizing the guidance that we're talking about today. I want to let you know how loved and supported you are by the universe, how guided you are. Um, because if you're finding this, that's what that means. Um, because I do my videos in a very conscious way. I'm like, I kind of go into it knowing that at least one person is meant to see it. That if I helped one person, that I did my job today. And if you're that one person, then hang on. Horrible place to stop. Okay. If I helped one person, was a horrible place to stop, but that's bringing my light. It's helping my video look better. Um, if I helped one person, I did my job. So if you're that one person, all the love to you. Um, know that you're special. Know that you are divinely guided. Know that God loves you. Know that this portal is for you. Use this stuff. Do this for yourself, for your life and spiritual journey. Um, there's 3 things that I want every single person to know when as they exit my spaces. And that is that you are worthy, you are powerful, and you are full of potential. And that's what I believe about you. And I hope that you utilize the information from this video and have the most amazing 6/6 portal that there ever was. And then I won't go on a big spiel about my stuff and what I have to offer because there's enough right now with the portal. But if you are interested in knowing anything about me or my work or anything else that I have to offer, it's all in the description box below. So happy 6/6 portal. Hey, let's all go become our best selves. Let's get in alignment with the highest vibrational things possible for us. The door is wide open. You just got to walk through, baby. All right. Thank you so much for watching. If you resonated with this, drop a comment below. Um, say I am a balloon since we're balloons during this portal. Drop the bricks, funny emojis. Um, also need you to hit the subscribe button. And the reason that I need you to hit the subscribe button is because the subscribe button hit me yesterday. And I was like, I don't defend myself very well. So I need you to do it for me. I actually can't hit my own subscribe button. I can't subscribe to my own channel. So I need you to hit it for me. You got my back. You got my back. I got your back. You got mine? All right. So hit the subscribe button, hit the like button if this resonated with you, and anything that you feel like sharing in the comments. I'm open to hearing. Tell me all about your life. I love reading my comments. I love responding to people. So this is a very collaborative and reciprocal channel. So tell me all the things in the comments. We'll chit chat. I love you. Bye.